Some of the most beautiful spots in the world can be found in Africa. Most African cities are beautiful and offer a variety of experiences, proving that the continent is larger than what is commonly depicted in some Western media. Africa is one of the most alluring and unexplored continents in the world due to its rich history and mystique. The most stunning cities in Africa are hidden under centuries of unrestrained curiosity, which range from the tropical African Savannah to historic architectural marvels and distinctive cosmopolitan cultures. The most developed cities in Africa can be used to understand how far Africa has come since the time of colonization. 15 most beautiful and developed cities in Africa. The stereotypical portrayal of Africa in the media portrays it as an undeveloped continent full of huts and caves. However, to showcase the splendor of a few of Africa's numerous beautiful cities, from the breathtaking skylines in Abidjan to the serene suburbs in Dar es Salaam, the scenery in Nairobi to the busy streets in Lagos, and many other places in between. There has recently been significant changes over the past few years, and most cities, states, and nations have been improved and developed to appeal to both residents and visitors and provide tranquility, progress, and development. Our ratings of these cities is based on both their popularity as tourist destinations and the Human Development Index. #15. Agadir, Morocco. Agadir is the busiest oceanfront resort in Morocco, and for good reasons. It is always packed with tourists. It is tucked away in the anti-Atlas mountain ranges foothills, giving the crowded beach picture a bucolic setting. With its blend of natural beauty and hip restaurants along the coastal promenade, it consistently ranks at the top of list of the most picturesque tourist destinations in Africa. Golf courses with verdant greens, private hammam massage suites, and boat rides on the Atlantic combines Agadir's beauty with enjoyable resort activities. 14. Jinja Town, Uganda. Located in eastern Uganda at a height of over 4,000 feet above sea level, includes Lake Victoria, the location of River Nile's origin. It is a consistent candidate for the title of most beautiful city in Africa due to the breathtaking views and abundant natural resources. The region is justifiably known as the adrenaline capital of East Africa, thanks to the thrills found in Itanda and Bojagali Falls, as well as Owens Falls Dam and Samuka Island. Bungee jumpers, whitewater rafters, and kayakers soar into the wilderness, while more subdued guests relax in Coronation Park's gardens or go on guided stroll in Mabira Forest to connect with nature. 13. Suira, Morocco. Suira is one of the most picturesque cities in Africa, thanks to its ancient Medina, historic beachfront ramparts, and breathtaking crescent beach. With historic brass cannons and the Scala de la Casbar, a set of stone fortifications from the 1700s, this Moroccan vacation city marks the Atlantic coastline. The fortification, a relic from earlier times, completes the Medina, a city market built on cobblestones and recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Suira focuses on water-centric lifestyle supported by the culture of surfing and windsurfing. It is known now for its edgy laid-back atmosphere and scenic coast. 12. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. A formerly lax fishing community on Tanzania's coast on the Indian Ocean, today functions as a significant African commercial port. The city places a high priority on its tribal past, despite the industrial aspects of the poorest district. The village museum, an outdoor recreation of indigenous homes and traditions complete with ethnic dances and costumes, has its own section in Dar es Salaam. The continuing beauty of Dar es Salaam is highlighted by the city's beaches, adjacent islands, sculptures from the Nwenge woodcarvers market, and one-of-a-kind works from the Thingar art movement. 11. Nairobi, Kenya. The capital of Kenya and a thriving metropolis, is renowned for its unique fusion of urban culture and lush natural surroundings. Its gardens and parks produce a serene look that is comparable to that of most stunning towns in Africa. Nairobi generously blends its natural settings with contemporary architecture, historical institutions, various museums, and tribal culture, from an urban safari park to the Nairobi Botanical Gardens. You can reach Nairobi National Park's sunlit savannah and the Gong Hills Coffee Estate from the city by taking a short drive outside of it. These locations were both featured in the film Out of Africa. Ten. Windhoek, Namibia. German colonial history left Windhoek with typical German architecture, three German-style castles, and lovely pastel structures that can be seen for miles. It is a magnificent African city that is well worth visiting because of its Namibian peculiarity. It serves as Namibia's capital and largest city, and is home to a unique blend of contemporary conveniences, neo-Baroque cathedrals, and indigenous inhabitants. Nearby Windhoek's Danvilligens Game Park is home to more than 200 different bird species, including the nearly extinct green-backed heron. Nine. Luxor, Egypt. What's a name worth? It is everything for the Egyptian city of Luxor. The name translates to palaces, which is a characteristic of a now active urban area. The ancient palaces and temples of Luxor, previously the capital of Thebes, continue to distinguish Luxor as one of Egypt's most significant and beautiful cities, interspersed with contemporary life. Along with its impressive collection of palaces, Luxor is home to the temples of Karnak and Hatshepsut, the Valley of Kings rock-cut tombs, and what's left of the pharaoh's tombs. In Luxor, the natural world and the city's ancient structures still rule, whether the setting is the Nile River or the desert. 8. Johannesburg, South Africa. May be the most beautiful city in Africa in 2023 if beauty is subjective. It continues to be rooted in South African culture while thriving as a cutting-edge rich metropolis. Skyscrapers that house worldwide trade and hip restaurants glitter under the renowned African sun. However, Johannesburg's museums, which reflect South African history in all its triumphs, tragedies, art, and cultures, are where the city's true beauty may be found. The Gold Reef City Mine Museum is perched atop one of the original gold mines, while the Appetite Museum sheds light on the nation's problems. Ancient rock art, stone tools, and spiritual artifacts are displayed in the Wheat Origin Center Museum. 7. Gaborone, Botswana. A huge modern metropolis in Botswana is renowned for its Western-style shopping malls, cutting-edge structures, and higher education institutions. However, due to the Gaborone Game Reserve, some people think it's one of the most beautiful towns in Africa. From its pristine habitat to its native species, which include unique animals like the blue wild beast, vervet monkeys, rock dazzers, wathogs, zebras, and gemsbok. The protected park cradles the soul of Africa. It condenses all of Africa's natural riches into a region that is less than 2 square miles and is teeming with migrant birds soaring across marshes, forests, and tree savannas. Picnics and observation by visitors are both permitted. 6. Lamu, Kenya. The beaches at Lamu, Kenya are famous for being virtually untouched, deserted, and bordered by wind-whipped sand dunes. Lamu preserves regional customs, maintaining an authenticity that makes it among the most picturesque destinations in Africa. Lamu town is one of the oldest Swahili settlements in Africa and is located on an island in the Indian Ocean off the coast of Kenya. It has been inhabited since at least the 12th century, and it is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Donkeys amble around the town's winding streets, past thatched homes, stone townhouses, and market stalls offering regional goods. Both tourists and locals use traditional rowboats that bob picturesquely in the bay to move around. 5. Bahidhar, Ethiopia. The Amara region of northern Ethiopia, Bahidhar, is one of the continent's most lovely cities, as savvy tourists are aware. This palm-lined city, which crowns the shores of Lake Tana and the Blue Nile River, offers breathtaking water views and is close to the Blue Nile Falls, which cascade from imposing jagged cliffs. Additionally, Bahidhar is home to 37 of Africa's most enigmatic monasteries, each of which is brimming with holy artwork from the 16th and 17th century. The palace of Ethiopia's most well-known emperor, His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, is Bahidhar's additional crowning achievement. It occupies a piece of ground that is encircled by jacaranda trees and is located 3 miles from Bahidhar. Four. Cairo, Egypt. There are many things that Cairo, the capital of Egypt, is well known for, but the impressive and well-known pyramids of Giza stand out among them. Around 10 minutes from the center of Cairo, the city's bustling commerce and culture fade into the past as it reaches the pyramids on the Giza Plateau. The pyramids, with a history spanning more than 4,000 years, merit their position among the original 7 wonders of the world. These 2 sites, which are flanked by the Great Sphinx, the world's oldest colossal sculpture, have an enduring beauty that is incomparable in African civilization. Cairo is among the most beautiful cities in Africa. It boasts more attractions than only the pyramids. The complexity of Cairo, which is perched on the River Nile, shapes its most outstanding features. Coptic Cairo, the oldest section of the city, is home to beautiful mosaics and historic churches, while Cairo's exquisite mosque and perfect architecture lend mystery and beauty. Three. Marrakesh, Morocco, mesmerizes with an unusual blend of contemporary flair and centuries-old architecture. Morocco is home to some of the most beautiful cities in Africa. From the mesmerizing Museum of African Contemporary Art, Al Madin, to the skyline-piercing minaret of Kotobia Mosque in the center of the city, it serves as a representation of North African culture, with its vivid marketplace souks, selling finely woven tapestries and slippers, pungent regional spices, and vibrant tangine cooking pots. Marrakesh's elegance permeates daily life. 2. Stone Town, Tanzania. Zanzibar, dubbed the Spice Island because of its enormous plantation of clove, cinnamon, nutmeg, and cardamom, is where the thriving Stone Town neighborhood can be found. The UNESCO World Heritage Site of Stone Town is perhaps one of the most well-known and stunning settlements in Africa. It is perched just off the coast of Tanzania and is surrounded by the crystal-clear seas of the Indian Ocean. The medieval Sultan's Palace, as well as the charming alleys full of vibrant markets and artistical carved wooden buildings, break up the plain old town realism. Numerous red tile roofs come together to provide a stunning panorama that is broken up by the wafting fragrances of spices from the village market and the adjacent farms. One. Cape Town, South Africa. The most famous metropolis in South Africa, Cape Town, sprawls gloriously across the Cape Peninsula and colors the entire terrain from top to bottom. On every list of the most beautiful cities in Africa, Cape Town ranks highly because of its picturesque houses, coastal cottages, breathtaking beaches, and active art scene. This bustling city, which is skirted by the Table Mountain, floats in tranquil suburbia and rolling vineyards and the renowned Kirchbusch Botanical Garden. Here are the top 15 developed and attractive cities in Africa. These are cities that are stunning to look at, fantastic to visit. It's interesting that these cities on the list are both attractive and have employment options. Where will you be visiting next, then?